Hello movie lovers, welcome back to Scene Sypher, the home of deep, emotional and honest movie review. Today we are diving into a Nollywood drama that cuts straight into the heart of marriage, deception, control and the fragile space people hide inside. This is The Other Woman, and trust me, this movie doesn't just tell a story, it exposes one. So let's get into it. The Other Woman 2025 is a story that looks simple on the surface. A cheating husband, a mistress, and a suspicious wife. But the movie intentionally goes deeper. It tries to explore the anatomy of a marriage that has lasted for 25 years. Yet, it's quite falling apart from the inside. The film opens with Queen, played by Shaffy Bello, and her husband, Frank, celebrating their silver anniversary. Everything looks perfect. The guests, the outfits, the smiles, and that is exactly the point. Their marriage thrives on appearances. Everything must look right even when nothing feels right. Queen is a strong, confident woman, but also deeply controlling emotionally, socially, and even spiritually. Her presence fills every room, but instead of creating safety, she creates pressure. Her husband, Frank, feels trapped, living in an image that no longer reflects who he is. The movie does a good job showing that infidelity doesn't just start from lust, but from emotional starvation and the silent depression to feel seen. Frank's escape happens at an art gallery where he meets Amanda, beautifully portrayed by Uche. Amanda is warm, gentle, expensive, the opposite of Queen, guided intensity. Importantly, the film doesn't portray Amanda as a villain. She doesn't know Frank is married. To her, Frank is simply a charming old man who brings peace into her life. One of the strongest elements of the movie is how he uses therapy season to peel back Queen's emotional layers. We watch a woman who appears unshakable, slowly confront the reality that her marriage has been eroding for years while she held onto the title of perfect wife. And then comes the twist of irony. Queen and Amanda began to interact, not knowing they are connected through the same man. This is where the emotional tension of the film truly builds. Their conversations are filled with hint, suspicion, admiration and confusion. Two women linked by a secret neither fully understand yet. The theme of the movie stands out clearly: marriage versus appearance. The film shows how many long marriages survive on rotten distance and public image, not intimacy. Queen and Frank are married partners, but no longer emotional companions. Emotional neglect and power play. Queen uses control to feel secure, while Frank uses silence and eventually infidelity to reclaim power. Both are broken in different ways. The humanity of the other woman. The movie refused to paint Amanda as a destroyer. She's simply a woman who feels for the wrong man. And the emotional complexity is refreshing. Psychological depth. The therapy scene gives the story weight. We see trauma, denial, fear, ego, and heartbreak laid bare. But the movie isn't perfect. Some scenes drag longer than necessary, with dialogue that sometimes feels like lecture rather than natural conversation. A few emotional moments are repeated too often, slowing the pace, but the performance, especially from Shaffy Bello, keep the film grounded and powerful. Where The Other Woman truly succeeds is in how it makes the audience reflect. It doesn't just say don't cheat, it asks deeper questions. What happens when a marriage becomes a performance? Why do people stay silent until things collapse? What does loneliness look like in beautiful homes? And who really is the other woman, the mistress or the wife who no longer recognizes her husband? By the time the film reaches its emotional climax, we are left with a story that feels painfully real, not exaggerated, not melodramatic, but human. This movie reminds us that behind every smile, marriage photo and anniversary celebration, there is a story nobody sees. The Other Woman is not just about a mistress. It's about the crack in love, the lie we live with, and the truth we avoid. If you enjoy mature Nollywood drama with real emotional weight, this one is worth your time. Thanks for watching this review here on Scene Sypher, where stories come alive. If you find this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more powerful review. Let me know in the comments which movie you want me to review next, and see you there. Thank you.